Nah, man. This has got me all the way fucked up now. You've got me here recording this shit while I'm on a trip with my family because there is no way in hell I'm staying silent about this shit. Abdul Syed, although I've called you out on questionable things you've said in the past, I ultimately gave you the benefit of the doubt and pushed for you over that sloth-faced APAC puppet. And we even celebrated your win in the hopes that this is a means to break away from the status quo so that we could help you tighten your messaging from now on so as to not fall into the Western narrative trap that has held us down for decades, such as never condemning a resistance group fighting for their literal freedom and to never say Israel has a right to exist. But what the actual fuck is this? It's one thing for Kamala to publicly endorse you for her own political gain, which is precisely what she's doing here. But it's another thing to excitingly announce her endorsement on your platform, saying you're so humbled and grateful for her support in this race. What the fuck were you thinking? This is the same bitch that turned down a request from uncommitted movement delegates to feature a Palestinian-American speaker on the main stage at the DNC. This is the same bitch that disrespected Gaza protesters by saying, "I'm speaking," in an attempt to shut them up from voicing their opposition to the genocide she and her openly Zionist commander-in-chief, Joe Genocide Biden, were helping facilitate. This is the same bitch that defended Biden and his decisions and publicly justified Israel's Holocaust of the Palestinians with the same debunked bullshit Israeli talking points. This is the same bitch that is married to an ultra-Zionist Jew who has undying loyalty to Israel. This is the same bitch that takes millions in APAC money. This is the same bitch that met and shook hands with a war criminal worse than Hitler, Benjamin Netanyahu. This bitch was vice president to a president that provided endless funding and weaponry to the worse than Nazi regime of Israel. This is the same bitch that until even after the day of the death of her presidential run could never admit that her stance and justification of the genocide in Gaza was one of the main contributors to her presidential loss. And this is now the same bitch that is now starting to notice that the world has woken up to this bullshit and is distancing themselves from Israel. And in order to make another presidential run is now reaching out to pro-Palestinian voices to mend bridges, inclusive of your normalizing ass, Abdul Syed. I don't give a shit what any of you vote blue no matter who fucks, and all you ride or die Abdul Syed fans have to say to me right now. But I refuse to keep my mouth shut on this bullshit. And all your comments trying to justify this normalizing move, saying shit like, people are missing the point. This endorsement is not for those of us who know the Biden administration failed Gaza. It's for the Democrats who are still hesitant to disagree with party leadership. The fuck are you talking about right now? Anyone remotely affiliated with the Biden administration that continuously peddled lies and propaganda to not only continue to exacerbate the Holocaust of Gaza, but also continue to fund and provide weapons for said Holocaust needs to be tried at The Hague for war crimes against humanity, Kamala Harris included. So while we say Benjamin Netanyahu is worse than Hitler himself, we tend to forget Netanyahu and the state of Israel only exist due to the US presidents and governments that fund them. And by that logic, Joe Biden and Donald Trump are just as bad as Netanyahu himself. And considering Kamala was Biden's right-hand gal, you might as well have put Hitler's right-hand man, Heinrich Himmler, on that endorsement announcement as well. So while you continue to normalize with one of the direct contributors to the genocide we are witnessing today, just know that from now on, I'm speaking.